Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're back. It's your host, the Dr. Giggly One. That's me. Tonight, we're going to run down a bunch of stuff, a lot of news coming out here and there and everywhere. We got this little bad boy at some point we're going to go through, which is the Falcon Flyer. We're going to go through, we're going to talk about Diagon Alley out in Universal if you're a Harry Potter fan. We're going to talk about Zumanjaro opening out in Great Adventure. I'm going to talk later on about Busch Gardens and King's Dominion. I finally went. How many times have I talked about, I'll go another time, and finally did. Lots of, we'll talk about the derailment of Ninja at Six Flags Magic Mountain out in California. We'll go over some Ace events. We'll go through all kinds of goodies that we got going on this week. Varut is opening today. It opened today, so they had a media day yesterday. There's just all kinds of crazy fruity flavors going on. So it should be good. It should be a good show. That is right. Cyclone is clone. And we'll start with that. Cyclone, for those that have been living under a rock, at Six Flags New England, the big wooden coaster they have there, Cyclone will be closing forever on July 20th. We still don't know what officially is coming. You can find that out on August 28th. That's when Six Flags is going to reveal all announcements for every park in the chain. Sometimes some don't, because they're probably working out the final details. But for the most part, you're going to find out, through the majority of the parks, what they're going to get for next year, which is going to be great. I do know the media gets the info an hour before, so I have to make sure I'm up and seeing that, and we'll have fun with that. So I got to make sure I'm up and early on August 28th, and I think I will be because my kids will be back to school anyway. So anyway, with Cyclone closing, you will, if you have a season pass from 9 to 10 p.m. on July 20th, you will in fact get exclusive ride time. You officially don't get the last rides, but that's when season pass holders can get their final rides for Cyclone. Now, the icing on the cake is if you're an ACE member, like myself and some of you, you can get an extra half-hour exclusive ride time just by having it. You got to have your ACE card with. If you don't have it, you are out of luck. So make sure you have your ACE card so you can do it from 10 to 10:30. Like I said, you need. So what you need is you need your season pass from 9 to 10, and then after that, you need your ACE card. No ACE card, no admittance, and it's free for ACE members too. So it's not an actual formal event. It is not a, there's no cost. You just got to have your ACE card and you are in. Now, the rumor around the campfire is RMC treatment, but we don't know yet. And I'm waiting to find out from the park, and I'm probably not going to find anything out until August 28th. So I'm waiting for the official announcement on that. All right, let's pull up all the craziness that I need to blow this up. How do I make it bigger? Well, anyways, let's start out with Universal Orlando Diagon Alley. Now, I don't know how many people have seen this. Unless you have friends that have gone and seen things posted on the internet, you probably haven't seen this. But for those that enjoy Harry Potter and are looking to go out to enjoy it, you're going to have to wait a really long time. Over the last couple days, the wait time has reached over 7 hours for the Gringotts, Escape from Gringotts roller coaster. I mean, I don't know about the other line. See, here's the thing that was messed up from the reports that I got and people that went. Just to get into Diagon Alley, the line stretched from the entrance of it. It wrapped all the way around in front of Men in Black. It wrapped all the way in front of The Simpsons, and went even further down a little bit more. I forgot where the line was starting, where you could get into the line. So it was almost near the entrance. Now I don't know what they opened up that parking garage on opening day at 5 o'clock in the morning so that they could get people in and out, and then they let people in at whatever time so that they could get in line. And they were letting them in waves. They weren't letting everybody in nonstop. From the other thing that I heard was that even though it was packed, but it was manageable to walk through Diagon Alley. But the thing that wasn't manageable, well, unless you're stupid and you wanted to wait in that 7.5 hour or so line, I guess it's on them. If you want to spend all that money to go down to Universal Orlando and just sit in a line all day long, like think about it. You sit in a line for 7.5 hours. That's all you did all day. There's no bathrooms in line. Nobody's going to hold your spot in line. So what happens if you got to go take a dump? What if you got to go pee? You get hungry, you get thirsty. I heard that they have things set up in line to eat and drink and stuff while you're in line, but still, if I got to take a dump, I'm getting out of line. I don't want to get to the ride and poop myself. So, there was over a 450-minute wait to get on Gringotts roller coaster there. I don't know what the handicap line was, but I'm sure you'd probably have to wait a good few hours before you could get on. I know they weren't going to let you right on. Also, the single rider line was about an hour and a half. So take that and with a grain of salt and how if I was going to go, I'd just go in a single rider line. I'd be like, you know what? I would love to ride with all you guys, but I still wouldn't even wait an hour and a half for it. When I rode the other Harry Potter ride, I only waited the first time was about 15 minutes, maybe 20 that I waited for it. I'm not a fan of Harry Potter. I will say the attractions are amazing. The theming that they did, incredible. I thought it was fantastic. But there is no ride on this planet I would literally wait more than a half an hour for. I don't care if it's the last chance I'm going to ride it. I will not ride it. It's just not going to happen. I refuse to wait that long. You know what? I can say I am literally the first set of humans to ride Skyrocket at Kennywood during Con. They literally took the plastic off the seats and let us board. I was on the first train out. I don't need to go, I was the first one to ride Gringotts Bank. Ooh. I don't really care about that kind of thing. As long as I get to ride it at some point, then cool. I'll wait till next year when the rides die down a little bit, and then I'll ride it. I mean, I got to figure out what's going on because we'll get into the fall con thing, but now we're not going to fall con. And then we're still going to go to Florida, but I don't know if we're going to go to Florida. I don't want to deal... I would like, if I'm going to go to Universal, I want to be able to enjoy the ride. And the ride line, even at that point in September, near October, is going to be ridiculous. There's no way around it. It's going to be ridiculous. It's still going to be a 3-4 hour wait. And there's no skip the line pass on it. None of that. So I'm not waiting. Hell to the no. I'll wait for the line to get low. That's how I'll do that. So, but that's how that is. Not even Bizarro. No ride on this planet is worth more than a half hour wait. None. Zero, zip, zilch. Even my favorite rides. Like if I go... I'm going to the park this weekend. Now, if I go to the ride Bizarro and the line's more than a half hour, I am not riding it. I've already ridden it a bunch this season. I'll go another day when it's not as busy. That's just how I am. If I can't ride it that day, I'll go ride it another day. That's just how I am. I don't... Because what happens is if I got to sit there and I'm like, I got to really ride Bizarro, I got to really ride this... And I got to sit there and waste my day, waste my time riding when I could be riding other rides. It's a letdown. I don't want to be wasting time. I want to be able to go do what I want to do, chill out with my friends, do what I got to do, ride what I want, eat what I want, when I want. and not have to be sitting in the line all day. So that's just how I feel about that. So that's the whole Diagon Alley craziness. I don't know what the train wait is. I haven't heard anything on that yet. I guess everybody's main focus was Gringotts Bank and how crazy the line was just to get into Diagon Alley. And I know they have some merchandise that's only going to be sold for the first week or whatever. And I saw pictures of it, and it was just like, I really don't care. I mean, I know a lot of you people, you love Harry Potter, or you like it. I don't like it to the aspect where I want to dress up and go in line. I saw pictures of people wearing the robes. It's hot as hell, and they're wearing the robes, and they're all dressed up. Hey, if that's what you like, then hey, who am I to judge? You want to sweat your ass off and be all hot in a line for 8 hours? Be my guest, if that's what you like. I'm not going to judge you, but to me, I mean, in a way it's judging, but I think it's dumb, but hey, that's me. That's what I think. But I mean, I know people really get into it. It's just like Star Wars. People will get up in the whole get up, and they'll get in line for the movies, or when they go to Disney for Star Wars weekends, they'll go crazy for it, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And that's fine. You know, people get into, whatever they're passionate about. It's like roller coasters. I wear roller coaster shirts all the time. You know, I might be a sped. I don't know how much nice clothes I own. Probably not a lot. I do have some, but my wardrobe mainly contains coaster shirts. So, I might be a fool to some people. But hey, like I said, if that's what you're into, you don't need to hide it. Just do what you got to do. But that's just my belief. I just couldn't do that. And I could never wait in the line. It's crazy, or get into the... But I'm sure Universal... I haven't even heard any... You know what, though? You know what? I haven't even heard any reviews on the coaster. I haven't found any yet. I haven't really searched that much. I would have thought they would have just been like, bang, right there in your face. But I haven't seen anything necessarily pop up. And I'm waiting to see a POV of it. I just want to see what it does. What can I expect? I know seeing the POV and experience it are two different things, but come on. I would have thought by now something would show up. I'm just hoping, So, that's all I've heard for the Gringotts Bank for now. Where do I go here? All right, let's talk about Ninja at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, the thing that I do know about it is this, and then another report came up today. A tree fell on the track. The train hit the tree, the wheels and stuff, and it derailed. Well, partially, not all of it. 4 people were hurt more than others, and 4 got sent to the hospital, to be checked on just in case. But today, not too long ago, I saw that 2 of the people decided to already get a lawsuit together, and they're already suing Six Flags for it. Now, to my understanding is, no one died. Nobody died on this. Nobody was, seriously injured where they lost limbs and they broke things that I know of. People weren't in critical condition. There might have been a few bumps and bruises, maybe a couple cuts or something. Nothing big, but, it's an accident nonetheless. From what I had read, that from what I read about it is the lawsuit was, how do I put it? They said that the park was negligent and should have known, and I don't know exactly what they're blaming because the whole, obviously you don't know the whole lawsuit, but I don't know exactly what they're trying to say because a tree falling, Six Flags couldn't have prevented that. That actually falls under an act of God. So when they go to court for that, they're going to throw that piece of the court case out. So I don't know how, they might even throw the whole case out because when it comes to certain things, a tree falling, wind and whatever, you're riding it and the earthquake happens, it's an act of God. So usually stuff like that, you can't win a lawsuit on. They probably won't win anything on. Maybe the hospital bills will get paid for. That's all I can see happening. They went, they're out, they're not dead, they're not whatever. They're suing for lost wages, lawyer fees, and damages based on what happened to them. Because they were stuck on that train for a couple hours anyway. So, like I said, I don't know the full extent of the lawsuit. We'll have to keep an eye on it, see what happens, because this could be a tricky one, especially when you're dealing with trees falling. It's, like they said, an act of God. So I really don't see them winning. I just don't see the lawsuit winning. I don't. Well, it is amazing that that the whole thing. I mean, like, it was like the first one or two cars of Ninja was derailed. I think it was just the first one, but I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell from the picture if the second car was derailed or not. But I could see the first one obviously was. And you're right. No park is going to be walking around. They don't hire people to look at trees all day. You may catch a tree that's cracked. You go, oh, I got to take care of that. But for the most part, they're not going, hey, what's the chances of that tree over there falling on the train? What's the chances of what? And for now, that ride is closed. Obviously, they're going to fix it, repair it, do the investigation. All that. So that means you're going to get new hardware put on it. You're going to get new wheels in that area. The train's going to get rehabbed. Whatever. So that train itself may be out for the year. I don't know how long it's going to be until it comes back. I'm forgetting one thing, Josh. What is that thing? What am I forgetting? I'd love to know what I am forgetting. What am I forgetting? I know there's a delay, so you can't. I'm just waiting to see what I'm forgetting. This is crazy. But like I said, it's just a crazy situation, a tree falling. And you know how they're going to try and spin this, too, the lawsuit. When they go to court, they're going to say, well, Six Flags should have known that the tree was going to fall. That's just how they work. It just looks like somebody was just walking around to, they're like, oh, I can get money. Oh, the tree was reported as problematic to the park by previous riders. Well, if that's the case, then Six Flags is going to be in some naughty, naughty trouble. But I think so. I mean, it's just going to be one of those things. You know what? Six Flags could maybe still get away with it because a tree falling and blah 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 is an act of God. Tree's God, so you can't mess with the tree. I don't know. It's just crazy. And also, just for those that may be traveling out to Magic Mountain, besides Ninja being closed, Green Lantern is being shut down temporarily to investigate after that park out in Europe or wherever the kid got flung out of the same type, a Zack spin, and died. So they're going to investigate, make sure everything's on the up and up, and the kid flipped right out of the seat. I don't know how, because I've never been on one, but I heard the way the restraint system is, it's got the lap bar, the seat belt, and the over-the-shoulder harness. So I don't know how, in fact, somebody's going to fly out of it. Because realistically, you shouldn't fly out of that when you've got so much restraint keeping you in. There's nothing to really... I don't know how. Apparently it caused a near miss earlier. Yeah, but see, when it comes to something like that, it's a near miss. It's not. The tree wasn't hitting people, so it was just the tree just chilling out. Well, guess what? The tree finally fell, and Six Flags. If that's the case like that, the way you put it, Porter, Six Flags shouldn't anyway take a hit on it, only because it's just how the courts look at certain things. When things like you could be on a roller coaster and a tornado comes and flips you around. Or you're on it in an earthquake and the roller coaster falls over and you die, or you get hurt, or something like a tree falls down, a flood comes in, things like that. It starts raining and it's lightning and you get electrocuted. Things like that fall under a category of act of God. It's to protect business owners and things like that. It's to protect the insurance companies mainly, so they don't have to pay things. I mean, it's just how it's one of those things. It's an act of God, so you can't when something fits in that category of act of God, it kind of throws. It's a fine line, because then what happens if you go, well, the tree fell, it's Six Flags' responsibility? You're basically saying God doesn't exist. That's basically what you're saying, because if you're letting them fall into that trap of, oh yeah, well, Six Flags should take care of it, but Six Flags wasn't responsible for the tree falling. That's an act of God. So that's a fine line. You have to, it's weird. Yeah, usually, and I bet you any money, any coaster that's like Ninja is probably going to shut down just to check their trees, make sure God isn't messing with them, and all that kind of stuff. Usually when an accident happens on a coaster, that type of coaster or ride shuts down. Like when the girl's foot got cut off on a drop tower, all drop towers shut down. Every single one of them. They all shut down just to be inspected, check everything. So Zack Spins are closed until they can check out what's going on. So you're not gonna be able to. If you wanted to ride the Zack Spin, you wanted to ride Green Lantern, you're not riding it until the investigation's over and they feel that they're ready to open the ride. And Ninja, that one. See, the problem with Ninja is that's gonna be shut down for a little bit so they can fix the train. Check the spot where it happened, make sure that fix the track if anything needs to be done. The state's gonna have to come out, test it. They're gonna have to look at the trees around the area, just before the state will probably let them open it. And then once they do that, then, but then it's going to have the case of the I'm afraid to ride this because it derailed. After they fix it, people go, I don't want to ride it. I'm going to die. Kind of thing. The Zack Spins that I know of, I know there's one in Magic Mountain. Another few anyway in Europe. I don't know, but it could be Green Lantern is the only Zack Spin in the United States, I believe. I'm not sure. I'd have to check that out. But the thing is, this is what I hear. I've never ridden one, so I don't have an honest opinion on it because I never. But from what I heard, they're not great coasters. I heard they hurt. They're what do you call it? The throughput, the capacity sucks on it. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I haven't ridden one. Someday I will, and then I will go be like, this ride stinks, or it's good, or it's whatever. I don't know. My main focus on it is to, I just report what people say. So, people say, hey, it's pretty good. Some people that I know, especially when they had the post-con event, in June there, some people were like, it was a love and hate thing. People were like, I love it. I love Green Lantern, or I really hate it, or, it hurts, or I had to wait in line for 10 years for it. Yeah, so basically if you want one in the United States, you got to go to Magic Mountain. If not, you got to go to Finland, Sweden, Spain, whatever. But anybody that's tuning in that's not in the chat, listening, reading the chat, if you look to the right, which would be your right, not the other right, of what you're watching, there's a comment section. Leave a comment. Get in on the conversation. We're having a hot topics here about the Zack Spin and people dying and stuff like that, and derailments and stuff like that. Kind of fun. I like it. So just keep an eye out. I'm going to keep an eye out for when the rides start reopening. I'll let you know. It's probably going to be at least a week probably before Green Lantern opens, maybe 2 weeks, and who knows when Ninja's going to reopen, because that's going to be a touchy subject, even though nobody died on it. So, all right, let's see what else we got on tap here. All right, let's talk Zumanjaro. All right, so we all know that it's open, and we know that they're having operational issues in terms of they will not launch Kingda Ka and drop the towers at the same time. The state says they're worried that, and we all know this, if you've been to Riding of the Bull or an event at Great Adventure and you've done the behind-the-scenes tour of Kingda Ka, you know that that area where that ride is was basically the graveyard for cell phones, anything that would fall out of your pockets, jewelry, hats, licenses, wallets, eyeglasses, sunglasses, whatever anybody decided to bring on the ride. So basically how the operation works is this. They will load up Zumanjaro. They load the 3 towers up. They go up. They drop. Then Kingda Ka launches 2 trains, and then Zumanjaro goes up and then drops and then repeat. So it's kind of, just a repeating of that. Now, from what I'm hearing is that Zumanjaro is not really affected in the wait time, because by the time they launch 2 trains and that's how long it takes to load up the ride and get it going anyway. So the only ride that's really being affected is Kingda Ka. Now, I have a solution to the problem. There's a couple solutions, actually. Or maybe 3. What they should do, and I hate to say this because people hate it, but they need to put lockers by the ride before you can get in it. That's one solution. Just do like they do with Bizarro. Nothing can be put on the ride, even though people have things on the ride. But you're not supposed to have any loose objects. You're supposed to put them in a locker. Now, second, what you could do on Kingda Ka, how do I put it? You could put the bins. I know that they were totally against the bins, but when I went to Busch Gardens, when I was at King's Dominion, they had a great setup on how it works, and that's what they could do with this ride. Now, the other thing, I saw somebody's doing it somewhere else, put metal detectors at the ride. I know it might slow the process of getting through the line, but I really think you need it. If you want to be able to simultaneously do it the way it was intended to do, you need to, that's one of the ways to do it. Yeah, well, that's why I'll wait to go on Zumanjaro for an ERT session. See, my thing about I like Great Adventure for what it is, and it's starting to bring its... Back in the 90s and even up to early 2000s, I love Great Adventure. I always wanted to go there 3, 4, 5 times a year. But once what I call the Shapiro reign of Six Flags, when he was the CEO, he started ripping out a lot of rides. Whether they be maintenance nightmares, maybe it was cost effective to rip it out because they didn't want to pay employees. I don't know what the reason was, but they ripped out a lot of flats. And then it just became Coast to Kingdom. So I don't want it to be a Coast to Kingdom. I enjoy everything about an amusement park, from the flats to the kiddie coasters to the big coasters to the water rides to the food, the sounds, the game. I love it all. I don't need just coasters. I don't need just certain. I like it all. I will ride just about anything. I'm not afraid to ride anything. I will ride it. My problem with Great Adventure is this, but the good thing is they're starting to build it up. So now I'm not really crazy about go on a great adventure at this time. Only because there's not enough to do. You seriously can get all the coasters done by 1, 2 o'clock easily. If you go right at opening, you can have everything done by 2 o'clock. Now, what do you do after that? I'm not after 2 o'clock. I don't want to wait in ridiculous lines. I go try and find the lines that are shorter. I mean, I've waited 30 minutes for some coasters. Fine, no big deal. But it's just one of those things. I would love to hook up an interview with Jim Reed Anderson. I'm going to try to do that. I'm really going to try. I know, that should be like an interview. War on Flats, 1999. So maybe, once they do an announcement, maybe I can hook up the interview and I can talk with him. Because that guy, everybody that's met that guy said he's really cool. He's really awesome. So maybe I could try to hook it up somehow. I don't know how. I'd have to contact corporate to get that done, but we'll see. I don't think that was King Dakar that somebody... Well, maybe somebody did. I know Fabio got blasted in the face on a ride somewhere. I don't know. But in any case, the thing that I love that Great Adventure's doing is they're starting to really step it up, which is great. I think it's awesome. They're starting to step up their flats, because for the longest time I was like, this place sucks. I used to say that to everybody. I used to say it all the time. But now, they're actually listening. That's the thing about Six Flags that I like now. They're actually listening to the public. What the public wants. What the public wants to see and put in the park. And now this, they brought in that awesome flat package. Then they bring in Zumanjaro, so I can only, they're starting to build up the water park. So now Great Adventure is becoming a place that you want to visit. I still think they need about 5 to 10 more flats to be a perfect park. That place is big. They can expand the hell out of it. And I'm sure over time they will. So in this current management, I have faith that they're going to do right. Which was funny, because when they came in and they took over the park, they're like, oh, Six Flags is done. These people have no clue. And Six Flags is going to be all done and over with. And they're actually proving everybody wrong for the most part. I know some parks got rides that were like questionable, like why did they get them? But they're still adding rides. Whether it be a Boomerang or a Sky Screamer or a water park or a big coaster, a little one, they're still adding stuff, and that's what they need to do. You want to keep drawing the crowd, that's what you do. Let's see what it says. A 12-year-old in 2006 got hit in the neck. He was saved when he turned his head to the parking lot because of an alarm. Well, that's a good thing. Oh, one time I rode Bizarro. It was either last year or the year before. I was in the smoking section, and all of a sudden, stuff started falling out of the sky. There was a pack of cigarettes, lighter, credit cards. It rained money. There was 20s and 5s and 1s. And all of a sudden, all these people started running for the money. They stole somebody's credit card. And I'm trying to stop people from taking things, because I was going to give it to the security guard over there by near the exit. There was people fighting over a dollar bill. It was kind of funny. What happens to Zumanjaro Drop of Doom if King Dakar closes? Well, it depends what you mean by close. If they're going to shut it down forever, then Zumanjaro is in trouble. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. I mean, if they're getting rid of King Dakar, they're getting rid of Zumanjaro. And I don't think they want to get rid of King Dakar. But if, say, King to Ka breaks, usually it has nothing to do with, the hill. It has nothing. It's usually, with the launch system. Something to do with that usually breaks. It usually has nothing to do with what's on top. So if King to Ka closes because of a breakdown or whatever, they're still going to run Zumanjaro. Because Zumanjaro is not going to have an effect on, King to Ka won't have an effect on Zumanjaro either way. But the thing that stinks is, right now the state has made the park wire the two rides so that no matter what, it cannot happen. They can't launch at the same time. It's just wired that way. It's programmed that way. You cannot get it to do both at the same time. Because, like I said, they were worried about the stuff falling down. That's why they have the top things over them to protect them, the screen things over your head to protect you from getting hit. And I think they're still skeptical with what they have there. They want something bigger and better. We'll see what happens over time. Well, it's not necessarily take the rack off halfway. If they're going to do it and do it right, they're going to have to do something. Now, the only other thing they could do is modify it, and it would probably take away from the experience, is to sort of put that ride in a cage. I know it would suck, but I think it would be the only way to allow it to simultaneously run. I mean, I don't know why they felt the need to put Zumanjaro on King to Ka. I know it's the tallest drop ride in the world. Cool, I get it. But they could have built S&S towers. They could have built, like Scream up in New England. They could have built 400-something foot ones. S&S builds them. They could have easily did that, and they could have put it somewhere else. I was kind of hoping they did that, just because there's no need to attach a ride to another ride. I understand the concept and why they did it. It also saves money. Think about it. You just spent less money building that system up on top of King to Ka. The structure's there. You're just building up against it. So I understand why they did it. It saves money. It gives them the world's tallest attraction of a drop tower when they could have built a drop tower somewhere else in the park. But that's just me. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. I would really think it would look much better if you could see Ka going down and seeing Zumanjaro drop at the same time. That was the original intent for that ride. But the state didn't like what they, how it was, and, they know how that ride is with losing stuff. It's because of the GP that doesn't take the things out of their pocket or know how to properly put them in there, because they just stuff them in a regular pocket. They don't put them in a zipper or a button pocket. If you just put them in a zippered or buttoned or whatever pocket, you're not really going to have... I've had my pockets stuffed full of stuff. Never had anything falling out. Never. It's just one of those things. The GP's just like, I'll put it in my pocket. It'll be all right. I mean, I've had change fly at my face. I've had everything fly at me. If you're in the back seat and you're going up and over and all of a sudden change. And I had earrings come flying at me, all kinds of stuff. Not often, but the first time I rode it, it did. I was ducking things. I felt like a boxer. I was boxing, bob and weave, bob and weave. But there has to be something. I mean, they should just start searching people like the cops do. Just start searching them. Say, get that crap out of your pocket. And plus it's dangerous to have in the first place. I mean, if they just do the bins just like they do, like at King's Dominion, they have a big, huge bin on the side. They'll even put it in there for you on certain rides. But if not, you get up, you put it in there. You get a latch, they lock it up. And then they open up the next one, and so on and so forth. So I think what they should do is just put a bin on the side, if anything. Just be like, you need to empty your pockets, put them in here, blah, blah, blah. It's in box number 1, 2, or 3. And they lock it so nobody's going to touch your stuff. I've never had anybody steal anything of mine. I've never seen anybody's stuff get stolen in a system like that. It just doesn't happen. But that like I said, that's my belief. Who am I? Who am I? All right, so in Schlitterbahn, Kansas City, Verut finally opened to the public. Today, they had media day yesterday. I saw a video of people actually riding it. They loved it. And I saw the video of, it wasn't an on-ride video, it was off-ride. You could see the raft coming down, had 3 guys on it. They were buckled in. They said it was amazing. I mean, for those that saw the video before from Travel Channel, when it didn't have people on it and went up that hill, when it came to, come down the bottom, go up the hill, it was launching and not even touching the water slide. So they had to redesign, and the redesign that they put in has now made it so it doesn't do that. Some people say now it's boring. Some people say, hey, it's going to be awesome. I don't want to climb all those stairs, but if I go there, I'll try it at least once just to try it. Should be fun. All right, I got some Kentucky Kingdom news. This is actually pretty awesome. For those that don't know the story, back in 2009, Six Flags used to own Kentucky Kingdom. They closed it in 2009 when they went into bankruptcy. And then it finally reopened this year under the guy named Ed Hart, whatever, I forgot what his company is. But he's the one that sold the Six Flags. He reopened it, and they're actually exceeding season pass sales, attendance, and revenue over when Six Flags owned it. Excuse me. Basically, the attendance is exceeding at the rate of 24%. The revenue is by 65%, and they had a goal of 100,000 season passes for this year, and they're already past that, well past that, and it's still selling at a very nice rate, even after that aspect, and they're selling them for $99.95 or $99. What I have, $99.95. For $99.95, you too can own a piece of that. But so they're having a great season, and it's really nice. It's like a nice success story because everybody thought the park was done. It was never going to open. It would be like one of those, another failed amusement park, and just bite the dust and never see the light of day. And if you remember on the last show, or a show before that, I can't remember which one, for 2015, they're going to open up T2 as T3. They're going to open up the Rapids ride, and they're going to open up an amphitheater. So it's definitely going to be another exciting year. So it's going to draw more people in. They're just going to keep building up the money. They're going to keep building up building up what they want to do. They're not going to do it all at once because then that kind of takes away the excitement. So at some point, you're going to have things reopen back up the way it was before it closed, and then it's going to get expanded upon. There'll be more rides, and then it'll get bigger. Now, I agree that the bins, I know I'm going back, but the bins do, I think the tax is already included in that season pass price. But going back to the bin with the King to Car thing, it would kill, well, I don't know, because the capacity when I was at King's Dominion, it was a busy day. Some rides were slow. And actually, the rides that didn't have bins were slower than the rides with bins. Yeah. So, it all depends on how fast you can check things. You know what I mean? It all depends on how fast. It all comes down to many things. The GP is slow. See, people like us, they love people like us because we know the rules. We know what to do. We're like in, out. We do what we got to do. We're quick. We're not slow little turtles. We know what we got to do. The GP don't. They need to give before you can get on a ride, before you can even enter the park, you need to have a class. How to enjoy your day at the park. How to move through the lines quickly. Follow the rules. The ride says, get a locker. Get one. Don't waste my time kind of thing. That'd be a great idea. Give the general public, if you don't have a coaster enthusiast card, you need to go sit in a room somewhere before you can even enter the park. That would be awesome. Follow the rules. Know what to do. Herd them in like sheep. All right, so Six Flags over Texas. I've heard a little bit of a rumor. Um, for 2015, I heard in that old Mark 1 building that was a simulator ride, there is a nice little rumor going around the campfire that they could be potentially getting a dark ride because the permits that were filed were to renovate the existing building and then also add on to the existing building. So there was 2 permits filed, whatever. So with that being said, there's a potential speculation going on and things that I've heard with my ear to the ground, listening for, Indian hoofs, listen to the spirit guides tell me things that I shouldn't know. There could be a dock ride in the future of Six Flags over Texas, which would be great because they have that boat ride that's themed to Looney Tunes, the Bugs Bunny one. It's a boat ride, kind of like Garfield's Nightmare at Kennywood. Fantastic ride. Theming's great. It's a nice ride, nice relaxed ride. It's great. Hershey Park. So keep this in mind with a grain of salt. There's another rumor I'm hearing. For 2015, they keep trying to, they're going to start giving clues to what's coming, and they have an announcement coming on August 12th of what's coming in 2015. But it looks to be in the area of the Midway with the tent, some kiddie rides. What else did I write down? Oh, the Music Express and the Whip being removed for an attraction. I heard of buildings being put up, and they could be, in fact, building an indoor coaster. So that's what could be coming around. I don't know for sure. I just got to keep looking at their face. Just keep looking at Hershey Park's Facebook. If you want to kind of get into it more, it's kind of like Holiday World with your holiday blog. They're trying to give up. That should be coming up any day now to find out what Holiday World's getting next year for sure. So we'll just, August is a great time of year. It seems within August, around that time, it's like Christmas for coaster enthusiasts. You're always getting some kind of an announcement. It's getting everybody excited, It's like everybody starts talking and speculating all coaster season long, and then the day finally comes, and either you're going to be really upset about your area or you're going to be really excited. So, all right, let's talk. I know this isn't the exact topic. You know what? I had never been to Kentucky Kingdom. When we went during Spring Con, that was my first time there. So I didn't get to enjoy the whole park. I got to enjoy some rides. Well, 2 rides to be exact. I got to experience Thunder Run and Lightning Run. Now we went to Thunder Run first. I didn't know what to expect. Everybody told me it was awesome. They retracted it. They did work on it. And you know what? I actually loved it. I thought Thunder Run was excellent. Excellent coaster. I thought it was excellent. Lightning Run, I loved it. I had to wait a long time for that. I actually waited more than my time that I really would. I don't know what... I waited like a half hour, 45 minutes for it. It wasn't like crazy. I know some people were waiting over an hour for it. I know I didn't. Because when I got in line, it was all right. It wasn't way back around the corner. But, I don't know. I got to experience the 2 coasters. I thought it was great. And I'll probably go back another time. I don't know when I'm going back, but I want to go kind of like redo Spring Con again. I want to go to Holiday World for like a pre-event. I want to go to Beach Bend. I thought Beach Bend was a nice little family park. I loved it. I want to go back to Kings Island. I want to go to Kentucky Kingdom. I want to just go and enjoy myself and have fun. So I'd like to do that trip again at some point. All right, so next Tuesday we can find out more about Hershey Park on Facebook. Should be excellent. All right, so let's get into Fall Con. Let's talk about this. I'm going to say my piece about it and all that, and I'm still going to promote it. Here's my thing. You all know how excited I was for Fall Con. And everybody should have gotten this in the mail. And then I believe it's on the internet right now. Now, some people may hate me for what I'm going to say about it, but I'm also going to defend in a way as well, too. Everybody knew how excited I was for this trip. And, I'm like, ooh. 13 coasters, registry. I didn't really read the front because it doesn't really, it says on the front, it says 2 days admission to Busch Gardens, Tampa, all-day ride passes at both fun spots, Busch Gardens quick queue pass, buffet dinners at Busch Gardens, and Fun Spot America, Orlando. Picture cheetah hunt and some other rides. I didn't really read that. I left that out. I went right to the schedule. And here's your schedule. And then I'll get into the price, even though everybody knows the price. And then you can tell me if I'm missing something. 9 to 10 a.m. registration at the main gate of Busch Gardens. 5 to 6 p.m. buffet, it tells you the food. 6 to 6:30 presentation, Q&A with park management. And it says attendees who add Howlow Scream to their registration will enjoy the event 7:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. All right, and that's the end of your day. Now, I don't know about you, but we're missing something from the first day. There is no exclusive ride time. Now, you go Saturday. Busch Gardens is open 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So registration at the main gate again from 9:30 to 10 a.m. Attendees enjoy the park at their leisure. It says, with an asterisk, attendees will enjoy a one-time quick queue admission on Cheetah Hunt, Shikra, Montu, Coomba, Gwazi, Stanley Falls, Flume, Tidal Wave, and Congo River. One time each. That's it for Busch Gardens. Again, no ERT. Now, Saturday, it says Fun Spot America Kissimmee is open 10 a.m. to midnight. It says attendees enjoy the park at their leisure. Again, nothing. Now you go to Sunday, September 28th. Fun Spot America Orlando. Open 10 a.m. to midnight. 9 to 10 a.m. ERT on White Lightning and Freedom Flyer. 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pizza buffet with soft drinks. Attendees enjoy a complimentary Sky Coaster ride. Now, that's it for ERT. Now, I know we've all been spoiled by Paul Blick with events. That's why we go. This is a national event. This is not a regional event. This is Fall Con. This isn't Ace Day at Busch Gardens and Ace Day at Fun Spot. Now, everybody knows me. I'm a big-time Ace supporter. And I support Ace no matter if I agree or disagree or whatever. I'm not talking trash. I'm only talking trash about this. I can understand if this was a regional event. I'd be like, all right, cool, I know what I'm getting into. And I know Florida is one of the hottest regions to work with the parks. It's one of the most popular regions just in general. Doesn't even matter if you're a coast enthusiast or not. It's a big tourist destination. So technically, they don't, to my knowledge, they're just hard to work with. Now, realistically, for what you're getting, really isn't that bad of a deal. But the thing is, people when they go to these events and they make up their mind about what event they're going to, they want exclusive ride time. That's what they want. They don't want to spend the park at their leisure. When I go to the parks, I spend them at my leisure. I like to do tours, and I like to, I like the ERT. At one time, they were working on Howlow Scream ERT that I heard. And if you want to do Howlow Screams, period, it's going to cost you, where is it? I saw the price of the ticket, and I don't know where it is. I think it's on the back. $40. You can get a Fairline Fair Pass for $43. or a Frontline Fair Extreme Pass for $54. And if you're an Ace member, it's going to cost you $142. Now, when I saw this, I really wanted to cry. I'm not going to lie. My little feminine side of me came out, and I was like, hey, I get it. You know, it's not the greatest event in the world, and here's the problem. Here's the problem I have. The new guy, obviously, he's taking the reins under what Paul Blick's been doing for 7 years. And I know it's not easy, and I'm not trying, I don't want people to aggravate the guy and go, you're a jerk and all that. I get it. See, from what I heard from a lot of people in the executive committee of ACE is, it's really like its own full-time job. People that do the events director really need to be retired or a millionaire or something because it takes that much effort. It's like its own full-time job because you're constantly in contact all the time with the parks for the national events. And on top of that, Paul was the regional rep for his region in the Midwest. So he was doing all that stuff on top of, doing the national events. And I've helped out when I broadcasted from Six Flags New England a bunch of times. I was on conference calls with him. I know how the game works. It's not an easy gig. So this guy is not used to doing things on this scale. It's going to take him some time. And now I'm not trying to totally defend the guy because I heard that he's a rep. So he should know how to do some of it. But I'm giving the guy the benefit of the doubt. I always said, everybody, in our little crew has said that, we know the first event is not going to be great. We knew that going in. Just because it's the, change of the guard. It's not, they passed the torch. Paul Blick resigned. This guy comes in, and he, it's really this close to the event, and we get the flyer and all that. Yeah, the problem is people have seen this. And now people do not want to go because of this. Now, this room is swirling around like a sundae. When you get your chocolate vanilla twist ice cream, there's a lot of rumors swirling around of all kinds of things, but I'm not stirring up the drama. I'm just leaving it at that. But now, all right, I'll give the guy the benefit of the doubt. The guy is learning. I'm not going to haggle the guy. If the guy wants help, I will gladly help him. Even in future events, if the guy needs help, he can come to me and say, hey, you know what, I'm a little overwhelmed, I need a little bit of help. I will gladly help him. If this guy is, right now he's temporary, and he may become the full-time events director. Now, if that's the case, then, we need to support the guy, help the guy out. I don't know what his mission is, and we need to find that out when it comes to the national events. That's what we need to find out. So I'm going to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, with this one. I'm going to give him the free pass. I'm not going to be, a jerk to the guy. I don't want anybody else to be a jerk. Give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what happens with SpringCon for next year. It'll give the guy time to prepare better. It'll give the guy time to work with things. But unfortunately, because of this, I'm not going to this. I mean, I have a season's pass to Busch Gardens now. I can go anytime I want. I can go to SeaWorld and Sesame Street Park and whatever I can get in with it, that's what I'll do. I'm not saying that I'm not going not to support ACE. I just think I can better spend my money on different events that I want to go to, like CoasterCon next year and other regional events around the country that I want to attend. So ones that I wasn't going to attend, I can now attend because I'm not doing this. So money gets pushed around everywhere else. Riding of the Bullfly should be coming out. I have not seen it yet. But we're going to run down some events quick. Like I said, don't get too, I I know people are angry about this, about Fall Con and what has happened. Don't get too mad. It just, you know what it did? People are still going to go. Some people that were going to go are not going to go. But my opinion should not make you not want to go. If you want to go, maybe you've never been to Tampa. Maybe you want to check out Fun Spot, because you know what? I've been to Fun Spot and Kissimmee, and I had fun at that spot. See how I did that? But I really had fun with Fun Spot. I thought it was, for being a little park like that, 5 acres, and it packed a little punch, and the go-karts are great. The rides that I rode when I was there were great. No complaints whatsoever for me about it. None. So maybe this could be your thing. I know people are going. They want to get the credits. They want to do their thing and whatever. By all means. For $142 you get, if you don't have a season pass at the Busch, then it could be worth your while to do all that. Anyway, let's run down some events. We talked about Fall Con on the 19th, and the deadline is on July 12th. Ace Day at Santa's Village in Storyland. That deadline is the 12th. You need to get that postmarked on that day. There is also online registration. So if you click all the links and stuff, go to aceonline.org, click the events button, upcoming events, and you can see it, click it. You can go online, get your registration. Also, don't forget, July 20th, which is not this Sunday, the following Sunday, I made up the event, in my mind, called Farewell to Cyclone, because there wasn't really a name for it, at Six Flags New England. You get the ERT from 10 to 10:30, and if you get a season pass holder and an ACE member, you can get an hour and a half ERT on the ride. So, extra bonus points. Let's see. July 26th is Allegheny Madness at Lakemount and Del Grasso's. And I'm just going to tell you when the due date is, and then you can, and how much it costs. It's actually not that expensive, because you can also get KennyCon, but the registration is, I don't think it's up yet. Could be. You could actually, I think before July 15th, you can get, well, actually, I think today's the last day, or tomorrow, the last day to register, but you can also, don't mail your registration on July 15th. Instead, register at the event. Late registration fee will apply. Late registrants must arrive by the end of the scheduled registration time on that day. The event, no exceptions. At the event, checks for members only and cash are accepted. And I just saw the price for Allegheny Madness is $48. KennyCon is $45. If you're late, it's $55, and $48 for Mountain Madness. You got on August 2nd, Ace New England Countdown to Connecticut. That event's $70 as discounts for season passes. When is this? When's the registration? I know that's coming up. Let me see. I think I need reading glasses. You got till July 23rd on that. And we got on the 3rd, you got Luna Park Fest 4. That's $55. You get them thingies in. I know I got to get my money to Luco for that. Don't forget on also the 2nd, Ace Midwest Hog Wild at Indiana Beach, if you're looking for that. On the 16th through the 17th of August is Coasting by the Ocean at Maury's Pier. On the 16th as well, if you're not going to Maury's... August 16th is also National Roller Coaster Day. I know Six Flags New England, the park itself, is putting together things, and I know other parks are as well. Not just Six Flags, but I know parks are trying to rein us in and celebrate it with us. But also, you can go to North Coast Con 2014 at Cedar Point. Also on the 23rd to 24th Flying High with Blue Streak. That's Keenot Lake Park and Waldemere in Erie, Pennsylvania. And we all know all the baloney going on with Keenot, whatever they call it, possibly closing. And speaking of closing, Hoffman's announced in September they're officially shutting its doors, and everything's getting auctioned off. And Riding the Bull is on September 6th. Ace Midwest Storm is at Kentucky Kingdom on the 6th. The 23rd, Ace Day at Silverwood. August 24th, Ace Day at Adventure Park in Maryland. And there's other stuff coming up. There's a lot of things coming up. A lot of events. But keep all these events in mind. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the parks, like, you're looking at, I mean, Fun Spot is smaller than, I think you could take the two Fun Spot parks and put them in Beach Bend. It's like 15 acres. I don't know how big Beach Bend is. But regardless of that, Fun Spot seems to work with Ace a little bit. This is new for them, working with Ace. Busch Gardens Tampa as before. I mean, they had the same issue with Spring Con with Universal. They had Harry Potter already. This was 2011 Spring Con. I went to that. There was ERT in the morning each day at Universal. We had nighttime ERT the first night at Old Town next to the Fun Spot in Kissimmee. It was like $200 or something, but I mean, for the tickets and what you were getting, it was worth it because it was Universal. It was like 75 to 100 people that went. It was all right. It wasn't bad. Made ERT that much better. I had fun. But, see, the Florida area is tough. When you got Disney and SeaWorld and you got Busch Gardens, you got all these parks that are very well attended because it's a gigantic tourist attraction. You have Legoland out there, in Florida. So Florida is just a big tourist trap. So they know that they don't have to roll out the red carpet. People are coming whether we say so or not. See, ACE as an organization helps helps get the word out about these other parks. Now, people that didn't know about Beach Bend that went, go to your friend and, hey, this is a nice little park. They get the Kentucky Rumbler. It's a nice family place. I had so much fun. You should go out there. So now this this family goes out to Beach Bend, has a ball, all because we said something. Florida doesn't need that, unfortunately. Yeah, the school district voted to move forward with the tax sale, but there's a way to get out of it. They can file for bankruptcy, and then I think what's going to happen is you're going to see that park file for bankruptcy. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to save my update on... Actually, you know what? I want to go through quickly my time at... Yeah, see what's going to happen, Porter, is they're going to end up claiming bankruptcy. I read this article how they can get out of that tax sale thing. If they claim bankruptcy, it stops. Then they restructure the debt, then it's too late for them. So that's what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to briefly get into my weekend. Everybody had their 4th of July festivities. I finally lost my virginity of Busch Gardens and in King's Dominion. I finally went. I went with my buddies Tony and May. And I have to say, I like both parks. And I hit 250 on Volcano at King's Dominion, but I went to Busch Gardens first. I have to say that I like Busch Gardens more than King's Dominion, and the only reason why that is, I like how Busch is laid out. I like the theming. Busch Gardens is a theme park. King's Dominion is an amusement park. There's not a whole ton of theming compared to Busch Gardens with all the different countries and all the different foods like that. It was totally two different experiences, and I enjoyed my Busch Gardens one a little bit more. We also, it was 4th of July. It was a beautiful day while everybody up in this area was sitting in rain and having their fireworks canceled. They had fireworks. The food was great I've had there. I ate in Germany. I ate in Ireland. I don't know. I had a snow cone somewhere. I don't know if I ate anything else at the park that day. Oh, I don't know. But what I can tell you is this. I loved all the rides at Busch Gardens. I thought Verbolten was amazing. I thought it was a great ride. I had a lot of fun with it. It was just one of those. I got all 3 different scenarios in the inside thing that I had no clue was there. I didn't know anything about it. Nobody would tell me anything. So I got all 3 scenarios riding it. I thought it was great. The only car I did not get out of the bunch of times I rode it was the Big Bad Wolf license plate one. The park, it was just great. The coasters were great. Apollo's Chariot, Alpengeist, Verbolten, Loch Ness Monster. It's 4. I rode the Air Grover one. I think that's all they got. Excuse me. But in any case, with all that, I bought a bunch of stuff that, to decorate my house with. We got a bunch of ride photos. We bought the quick queue, and then we got 3. We each got 3. No, we each got 1. No, 3. 1, 3. I think it's 1 quick queue photo. Yeah, we each got 1, I think. Yeah. We each got 1 of those. We rode the flume rides. We rode the rapids rides. We rode the Pompeii. We rode everything. That place was awesome. The ride, the place didn't get really packed until as it got closer to the fireworks time. Once it hit like 6, 7 o'clock, the place started getting packed. It was like a zoo. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, I'm glad that I went. I even bought a season pass. It's a beautiful place. I like the show Entwined, I believe it's called, that they have in the Germany place. I thought it was fantastic. I didn't really catch any other shows. We just kept going to rides and shopping and eating and relaxing and I was soaked. I happened to be able to ride along in the rapids, ride and catch all 4 waterfalls in a row. It's definitely a place to go. I want to take the kids. I got to go back. The next place I had gone to was King's Dominion. That's where I was able to obtain 250. I'm actually at 261 now after King's Dominion and a few stops I made along the way. King's Dominion, nice park. I like it. It's got a lot more shade than most Cedar Fair parks, I'll tell you that. Volcano. My 2 favorite coasters in that place was Volcano and I-305. I did not get the gray out that all you people say, I got the gray out, I'm super duper because I got the gray out. I feel it. Oh my God, gray out, ooh. I didn't get it. I guess I'm immune to gray outs, I guess. So I don't know. But with King's Dominion, I thought it was a fine park. I saw the singing mushrooms. I bought the Candy Apple Grove pin from the pin set. Bought a couple 40th anniversary items. The Woodies, like Hurler, a little rough. I like Grizzly. Grizzly was great. I rode, what is it? The Kitty Wood there, the blue one. Oh, Woodstock Express. That was great. What is it? It's Hurler, Grizzly, and another one. The only thing about Grizzly I didn't like is when we went in the tunnel, it jackknifed me in my ribs. But other than that, I thought that coaster was great. I thought it was really good for a Woody. I liked the scenery in the woods. It was great. So I really had a great time. I'm glad I got the experience. Glad to get the... What the hell was that? I don't know. But in any case, I had a lot of fun. We even stopped at Rehoboth Beach on the way home up in Delaware and hit this unique dock ride credit, which was great. It was definitely one of those fun times to be had. It was a great weekend. I'm glad I get to spend it with my friends. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July, as I did. But in any case, I'm going to get going. It's 10:15, but I'm going to get going. I'm going to go chill out, relax in some air conditioning, so on and so forth. And I will be back next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will be sure to connect, and we'll get all amped up for Cyclones closing. I will be at the park this Sunday, and I will see everybody next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay nice and cool, because I heard it's going to be a hot one. And just keep riding them coasters, baby. I'll see you guys next week. So until next time, everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Giggles. And keep on coasting. Woo!